It's Mary White, the Cooking with Cannabis lady, and Josh of the Talking Hedge. And who's this? Today we have Ashley, also known as Stashly. And she's been a bud tender, and she's here to, well, kind of judge what we're doing today. Now, Josh with the Talking Hedge, he's the money guy, but he is going to be making a recipe from High Times. And I'm going to be making a recipe from, the best cookbook ever, mine. But how much of the hot butter does your recipe need?
6 tablespoons. So it might be a little bit stony.
Actually, girl, you're staying overnight. Okay, because my recipe takes half a cup.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yum.
So Josh is going to be making fudge. I'm going to be making these little chocolate balls. And one thing I wanted to share with you guys, when you make these, if you want to, feel free to saute your almonds ahead of time in hot butter. Oh yeah. Now, you know, when you saute with cannabis butter, you're going to burn off some of the cannabinoids because of the heat. But at the same time, there's going to be some in there, right? What I learned, trial and error, if you do saute them in hot butter, make sure they're cool before you try and cover them in chocolate, because it ain't going to work otherwise. Are you dazed and confused? Do you need
I'm ready to go. I'm
Go,
just curious,
go.
is this really 2 cups of sugar? That's a lot of sugar.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so I'm going to add, first off, 2/3 of a cup evaporated milk. I'm going to pour in some sugar really quick, and then Ashley's going to help me out with 6 tablespoons of cannabis butter.
Go,
So I
Ashley.
can
Go, Ashley.
throw that in there.
For this recipe, again, like I'm saying, you guys, this is more of an assembly situation. So we're going to take 1/4 cup of cannabis butter. Now, if that's too much for you, and it might be, use half cannabis butter and half regular butter. You know, I mean, it's totally up to you. So I've got powdered sugar and pot butter. And then here's the goodness right here, girl. You do like chocolate, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of chocolate today. It's
Yeah.
chocolate day at my house. And then an almond meal. There. Okay. You guys got that figured out?
I think so.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe I messed it up.
Plus or minus a tablespoon.
With something like fudge, it isn't that exact. You know, you don't have to worry 5 tablespoons or 6.
Fudge is
I'm sorry,
pretty-
this is going to drive me
What happens
nervous.
if I had too much butter, Mary? Because I know that for me, being a glutton, I want a 1,000-milligram cookie, and so
Yeah.
I'll add 2 pounds of butter to my cookie, and the next thing you know, you have a soupy mess.
Yeah. You don't do that.
Okay. I learned that. I just wanted to how do you get really high cannabis without ruining it?
That's a really good question, and it's actually really simple. We're talking about, you know, you're making your butter. If you want it really strong, and if you've been doing this as long as we have, you got some toleration, so you do want it stronger. You can either go 2 ounces of cannabis to a pound of butter, or you could go 1 ounce of cannabis to half a pound of butter. You know, I mean, just kind of adjust your ratios. If you wanted it really fucking strong, you could do 3 ounces of cannabis to a pound of butter. But we might not see you for about a month after that. Yeah, it's just all about the ratios, you know? Now, do you cook with cannabis at home?
I do. I use coconut oil for the most part. Butter is hasn't been my friend in the past.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, crap, girl. I'm sorry. I could have made all this.
I just need more experience on my cooking part.
Oh,
not
okay.
butter specifically.
Okay.
No, I love butter.
Well,
But it's just easier for me to cook with coconut oil all
Yeah,
the time. I don't
get
know
it.
why.
Well, if you ever want to come to one of my cooking classes, there's usually one during the week at night and then one on the weekend. But I'd love to show you.
Yes.
I'd love to show
Does
you.
coconut oil have a higher burn rate?
It's got it's the same, I think, in terms of like in olive oil and coconut oil. I think the smoke point is about the same. I think coconut oil might smoke a little bit sooner than olive oil.
Yeah.
But, you know, oil is oil, fat is fat, right? So it really depends more on what flavor you're looking for. So I'm going to carefully add some vanilla. This is another reason I don't make a lot of candy, because I just can't care. You know, like when they say, when the candy thermometer reaches blah blah, I'm like, oh, I don't care.
Thermometer.
This is basically chocolate mud, okay? And it's going to go around all these little sauteed almonds. Whoa! Look, it's chips from the sky. I have to say, am I doing this right? Yeah, I think I'm doing it. Oh, salt. What's the other thing? Ew. Oh, look,
This might fit in there.
I don't even want to read those ingredients. You know that is some scary shit in there. One thing I always do, and you guys might want to make a note, whenever you're working with sweet stuff, whether it's candy or cake or whatever, don't forget the salt. A lot of times people forget the salt, and then all you have is a really flavor, right? You don't want that. Sweet is fine, but you want sweet, salty, bitter. You know what I mean?
So it gets all of the
you want the whole
taste bud
all the
combo.
business.
Yeah.
Because sweet in and of itself is kind of boring. So what I'm doing now is I've got this all womped up into beautiful chocolate mud, and we'll do the professional taste test. Don't you love it when they do that on TV? Woo! Whoa! This is good. You know, it's so funny whenever I make one of my recipes that I haven't made in a while, I'm like, shit, this is good. Okay. All right. So now here's the not so fun part. As a matter of fact, Ashley, you want to do this together?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. I'll move over there. Oh, ooh, look at that. Oh, fudge.
It's fudgy.
It's definitely fudgy. Oh. And here's what we're doing, baby girl. This is really, really complicated. Balls. She said balls. Okay. Taking a sauteed almond and just gonna do this. This is gross, okay? It's kind of like diaper changing. That isn't gonna work. Hang on. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. The thing that makes it stick is the almond meal. And I don't have quite enough in there. Also, it's warm, so it's kind of mushy.
Oh, when they tell you to put your cookies in the fridge, put
Yeah.
the dough in the fridge for a little bit.
Yeah,
for
it's like that.
A little bit.
Here. Okay, almond meal. Oh my God, look at that. Oh God, that's a lot of fudge. Oh shit, look at that. Okay, Okay. Wow. Oh, wow, look at that. It literally looks good. Ooh, chocolatey goodness. This is gonna do it, Ashley, I'm just sure of it. Yeah, that's better. Now you wanna pop that in you know what, how about the freezer? Maybe right in there. So we're gonna get a nut, and we're gonna just kind of distribute some chocolate. Okay. It's still really soft, but it really firms up in the fridge. Like that, and then just roll it in the coconut. Oh, this would probably be a little easier if it wasn't so warm in here. But that's... Okay. Get in there, girl. It really is much better when it cools down. Trust me. I think that's enough for now, don't you?
Yeah. We can just eat that with a spoon.
I'm going to put these in your hair. Okay. So in the fridge, hey Josh, will you put these in the fridge?
Sure.
Thanks, you're such a help. Our stuff's been in the fridge and the freezer for a while. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try them the way they are right now, because this is getting boring and I'm bored. And the cat is here, Jesus Christ. Okay, so here are, ooh, Josh, your fudge is so warm.
Fudgy.
Hang on, baby. And here's the little balls of love. I said balls. Okay. Shut up, cat. All right. He wants his lunch. He thinks we're having cat treats. We're not having cat treats. No,
Good.
sweetie, really. Uncle Josh doesn't have any snacks. There's no snacks. No snacks with us. Says, I don't know you. Okay, so because we're high and bored, we're gonna go ahead and eat the fudge, even though it's not fudge yet. Okay, now I'm gonna go in.
It's still warm, but it's good.
Hang on. Now this is the High Times recipe with all kinds of strange ingredients, so. Whoa.
So Mary, I
Whoa.
started with your nuts. Your nuts are very, very earthy,
People say that. Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
and there's a lot. You can definitely taste the cannabis.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah.
So for somebody who likes, who has a high tolerance, they're gonna love these. But anyone who doesn't like the taste of cannabis,
Yeah.
they're gonna shy away from that.
For me, I like these.
These are great. I'm gonna have another
But-
one.
Eat them all. But for someone who didn't have my tolerance, I would definitely do half plain and half infused butter. This stuff, I feel like I need an insulin shot. But this tastes like sugar with some additional sugar, and then maybe some corn syrup with some fucking sugar. You know what I'm saying? That's too sweet.
Well, you can see the granulated sugar in it.
Sugar.
You can see the sugar.
Woo!
Way too sugary.
Yeah.
That
Fudge is
marshmallow is way too much.
You know what, you guys?
But I'm gonna have a little bit more.
I know.
Hang on.
I like the weedy taste of it. It's
So let's-
good, but the granules of sugar you can
Okay,
definitely
trust me.
taste.
Trust me. Individual.
Oh yeah.
Salt.
Oh yeah.
This is salt. Now trust me.
Oh.
Now try. Now try.
Oh.
And that'll be way fucking better.
Oh, 100%.
Right? Yes.
100%.
Salt,
Especially
you
with the
guys.
nuts.
That's
The nuts
way
are
better.
sick.
I mean, the aftertaste is still really sugary, but
Salt.
Yeah.
you can't taste the cannabis.
No, you really
I don't think
can't.
at all. Did you
No.
taste it at all?
In this?
Yeah, you did.
Did you taste it? Oh, I better try one more time. But I
Yeah.
can't. You know what? I'm sorry. I just have to do this.
I
'Cause
can't smell it, but in that one I can.
Yeah, well, these are strong little fuckers. Okay, hang on.
You can taste it less with the salt on.
Yeah, I don't get
So much salt on
any
it. but
cannabis.
I don't taste any cannabis.
It's just so goddamn sweet. Ashley, first of all, tell me what you thought.
Definitely way more sugar in this one, and you can taste the granules, like you guys said. That's kind of a turn off.
Okay.
I couldn't really taste the super sweetness of all of the chocolate in your balls, and the
balls.
coconut with the almond kind of counteracts that like the weed taste. I feel
Okay.
a little bit.
But do you think that they could be a little more chocolatey, maybe, or?
Some peanut butter powder.
Oh shit, that's a good idea.
I think anybody who's 21 could make either of these. The easeability is
Oh.
simple. They're both easy.
They
They're
are
both
very
simple.
easy.
You
Yeah.
can taste the cannabis here, which I liked.
Mhm.
There's a little bit more depth on the flavors, whereas this is just sugar. All in all, I like this one better, obviously because I don't have a child's palate.
Yeah. But anyway, you guys, just so you know, this is the High Times cookbook, and this is my cookbook, the CBD cookbook for beginners. And again, just pretend it's the pot cookbook for beginners, because you know there's a bunch of recipes in here. And Ashley, I want to really thank you for being our taste tester today.
Oh, no problem.
And
It's
tell
an
people
honor.
how it is an honor, isn't it? But tell people how to get a hold of you.
I am on Instagram, Stashly Lynn, as well as Backup Stash, and on the Leaf Life Podcast. LeafLifePodcast.com.
Yeah. And Josh, of course, is with the Talking Hedge. Tell us how to get hold of you, Josh.
You can go to the TalkingHedgePodcast.com and check out your cannabis business podcast.
He's so smart. Like, I can't even hardly make change. And this dude is working on the goddamn world markets or whatever. I don't know. But if you want to get hold of me, it's maryjwhite.com, and I'm on everything. Just thanks so much, you guys. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. I love when I remember that. Okay, we're going to get really high now. So thanks, you guys. Guys, it's Mary White, and I want to thank you for watching my videos, and of course you've liked, shared, and subscribed. Have you bought my damn book yet? This is a CBD cookbook for beginners. Amazon has your copy, and if I do say so myself, it's really good. Thanks, you guys. See ya.